in Revelation 11, 16, 17, and the city lies 4 square, and the length of is as large as the breadth, and he measured the city with the reed 12,000 furlongs, representing 12 tribes. The length and the breadth and the height of it are equal. 12 times 12, 144. And he measured the wall. He measured the wall. And 144 cubits. 144 cubits, according to the measure of a man, that is of the angel. And the building of the wall of it was jasper, and the city was like pure gold. Trump and Steve are coming against 144,000 fallen angels that are on earth right now, that have risen and woken the hell up. And that's just a fact. It's just what it is. Mr. Trump and Mr. whatever Steve's real name is, the character, I can only say the character. It's like calling, I'm going to be sued for calling a soap opera I don't know, what is it? A soap opera. The person that comes against everybody. I mean, I forgot the name of it. In the characters that you have, the superhero characters. You got the good superhero, and you got the evil superhero that's constantly trying to come after the good superhero, because the good superhero is telling the truth and just sticking up for what's right and trying to open up people's eyes to see what's going on. And then you got the evil superhero, the one that has all the superpowers of surveillance and money. I mean, it's like they have so much money they don't even know what to do with it. So it's like being sued for saying like, hey, I don't, as the world turns, that guy, the character Stephen James Deshawn, yeah, he's a liar. I mean, he's a liar. And then getting sued for telling the truth about Steve, who's the leading gang stalker here in America. That's right, Steve. That's what you are. You know it's true. We all know it's true. I'm telling it to the judge already. I'm already telling it to the judge. My judge is the almighty creator, not man that you have set up in court. I know the judge that you're going to have in front of me is already on your payroll. All judges are Masons. These are all Masons. You're a 33-degree top Mason, Steve. You make it very clear when you do your book at Gematria, that craft that you will cause to prosper, just like Daniel said you would. You write your things in there. You don't say who you are, but you click right on it, and you don't know who you're dealing with, and it says 33-degree Mason. You don't know who. Oh, me? Oh, I'm fine. How have I been? Oh, I'm fine. And then you click on, you just put your little arrow on the things that you want people to read about you, who you are. It couldn't be any more obvious. But for the people that don't know, Steve is very pissed off at me. I mean, he just is. He's the top Luciferian here in the United States, the Vicar of Lucifer. That's who he is. Who do you think Trump is? Trump is the face of what Steve is. That's all. Trump is the worldwide spokesperson for Stephen James Deshawn, the one that's underground, the one that, it's like, I went fishing, right? And I needed a worm that was underground. So I shook up the rocks and kicked things all around and just stirred up shit. And then that worm came up and I hooked him. And then I threw him out into the sea. And that's how you catch sharks. Look, it's what God told me to do. I mean, when you read the Bible, God talks to you. That's how he tells you what to do. That's how you know what to do. So when God said, go fishing, I'm going to make you a fisher of man, and that you're going to catch all kinds of fish, even killer whales, you know. You're going to catch sharks and killer whales and big giant fish. And a lot of them are going to be dirty. But I have to catch them, reel them in, and let God cleanse them. And he will. He's going to cleanse all you dirty fish. But in the meantime, Stephen is extremely pissed off with me, just me. I mean, this is the top Luciferian in the United States, Your Honor. Is it a lie, Steve? I mean, it's, you know what I mean? It's like, what am I saying? I'm saying the truth. Well, no shit. I mean, that's why when anybody who's evil, when someone's telling the truth, they hate the truth just as much as I can't stand the disgusting liars. And the disgusting liars love telling lies just as much as I love telling the truth. So I can see that as much as I tell the truth and am disgusted about people that lie, they are disgusted at people that tell the truth because they love to lie. Everything I've said is true. That's why I got the character named Steve, you know, Satan's vessel that he's using on earth right now at this moment. I mean, he's been using Steve for a long time, but right now it is because Satan knows he has a short period of time. Steve doesn't. That's quite obvious. Steve is like, man, Hud Rabin, you're gonna get your throat cut. I mean, your throat is an open bloody gushing. We're gonna hang you. Look, here's what's gonna happen to me, people. Okay, just understand this, that I'm telling you beforehand. This is the plan. Okay, this is the plan. The 144,000 people that live right here in America are going to get rounded up and sold to China. It's the trade deal that Trump is talking about. Trump is Steve's mouth. Trump is speaking for Steve, but they're all cowards because they can't tell you the truth. They have to. It's so sickening. They have to throw their words in there. They tell you the truth, but they're acting like they're talking about something else. It's the passive-aggressive way that Richie from Boston has done, and that's what made me sick about him. And that's why when I have something to say about somebody, I'm saying your name, and I'm telling you exactly how I feel about you. 100% truth. There's no subliminal messages. So Trump is doing the same thing. Steve is doing the same thing. Richie from Boston is doing the same thing. They talk about people, but they don't. So here's what's going to happen to me. I mean, I'm reading between the lines. Once Steve gets a hold of me and takes me into the room, the front storehouse of his storehouse, you know how he's going to compass the camp of saints, the sons of Cain, and him and Trump are talking about the same exact damn thing. Look, all I can do is keep proving it until my finished testimony. So this is the plan. The plan is, you know that part in the Bible where it says men will seek death and they won't find it because death will flee from them? They plan on torturing me to death. I mean, not to death, but torturing me, just keeping me alive and torturing me, and like slitting my throat, hanging me with a rope. Because Steve's going to give me just enough rope. It would be too easy to just kill me, so they're going to try to torture me to death, kind of like they did with Christ. And it kind of makes me wonder, like, who do they really Who do they really believe I am? If you're going to torture me that bad, just like Christ, well, my spirit must be just like Christ. And there's absolutely 143,999 others. Who are they? I guess I'm probably going to meet. I'm going to meet you guys for sure. I already know that. I already know that they have to round you up. Like at first, a while back, I'm thinking, even 7 years ago, I'm thinking, well, we're just gonna kind of like vanish, disappear, and just like get up out of here. No, it was sweet back then. Man, is it bitter. I mean, once I ate that book and digested it, I mean, it tasted sweet at first, back on May 21st, 2011. But man, once it settled in and I digested all of it, it is bitter. I mean, it's bittersweet. It's like the reality settles in. I know who Steven is. I know who Trump is. I know what they are. They know that I know. Both of them. Both of you guys. Yous both know. Yous are both the same. Yous are two peas in a pod. One horn and the other horn on the ram's head. It's what you guys are. And I found it out. And I'm just exposing you guys to the world before you torture me to death. So, my voice will get silenced on March 23rd. By March 23rd, I'm done. And then from that point on, because I'll already be in court explaining to Steve's employee, there's nothing to explain. Thou saidest. You know what I mean? Thou saidest. Is it true that thou said it? You said it, right? You said it. Ain't that what you said? I mean, it is what it is. You don't... Who are you going to argue with? It's like arguing with Steve. Look, when I go to court and I'm standing in front of the judge, I'm standing in front of Steve. Okay, try to understand it this way. Donald Trump is speaking Stephen James DeShawn's words. The word was first, and the word. You're not the word, Steve. You're not the word. So when the President of the United States, I know it's hard to believe for some people, I get it, but it's true, and you're going to see, I mean, look, I just keep proving it. And when the timeline continues on, and you keep seeing that, number one, I won't be here, and people that know me, at least think they know me or whatever, you know that I'm not going to just step off and shut my mouth for any reason. Unless they have to kill me to shut me up. They have to silence my words in order to shut me up. That's what they got to do. So I'm not going to just step off like Steve is going to tell you guys. He's going to tell you guys. He's going to try to tell you guys after March 23rd that I quit. I'm telling you right now that I didn't. That's the benefit of knowing ahead of time, is I can tell you what they're going to do and say. I mean, my God, if I went through all my videos, it would just take me forever to do it. But I talk about what they're going to do constantly, and it's what they keep doing and saying. Steve and Trump are going to be talking about the same damn thing, just in different words. They're going to use different sorcery, trickery, craft words. And Steve's probably going to open up the book of gematria in court and be like, Your Honor, he called me the head Luciferian here in the United States, which I am. And he called me the head gang stalker surveillance here in America, which I am. He also said that I send out paychecks to all the people that, which I do. And he says I drive my little red Corvette, which I do. It's outside, by the way. It'll be parked outside when I go to court. And then I'll see him getting his little red Corvette. Like, that wasn't me. And I have so much money, Your Honor, I don't even know what to do with it. Which I do. I mean, that's what he said, Your Honor. Robin said that, and it's true. He's even saying me and Trump are the ram horn? Oh, my God. That's also true. I mean, How the fuck do you know this, Robin? That's where the frustration comes at. No wonder why you want to cut my throat, Steve. My throat is open vehicular slister. I don't know. I'm a serpent. Yeah, I'm a serpent. I'm a fallen angel too, Steve. I mean, although I got up, you know, it's not like, you know, the commercial, I've fallen and I can't get up. That's what it's about. I'm a fallen angel and I can't get up unless I open up my freaking eyes and then I can see, wow, oh, hey, Trump, look at you. Hey, Steve, hey, you guys looking good. You guys are looking more stout than your fellas, because Trump is above and Steve is below. It's the same as above as below. Underground and above ground. Mainstream media, social media. Steve is the puppet master. He's pulling the strings of Trump. He's writing the scripts of Trump. Steve is telling them what to do. Steve has the authority. Steve was given his authority. Just like Satan has his authority on this planet Earth right now. But see, the powers of heaven will be shaken. The powers of heaven will be shaken. The powers. Anything that's established in heaven can't be shaken. Anything that's true, you can't budge it. The powers of heaven will be shaken. So, Steve and Trump are the same. Believe it or not, you're going to find out. Everybody's going to find out. Everybody's going to find out. And see, this isn't a threat. It's just the truth. But see, I have a message at the end of all of this that will blow your mind, everybody's mind. Once they see it, you're not going to believe it. Nobody's going to believe it. I have to accept that. I have information on planet Earth as I'm walking along for the past, you know, after I was 2 years old, I think they were looking to probably kill children 2 years and under. And then for the next 40 years, I walked planet Earth, being tested and tempted. And now here we are. We're right there at that point. So there's this information that I have that I've been doing my best to prove it and show it and just say, here, take it for what you want, listen or don't. I prefer that you do listen. If you don't, I can't make you listen. If you don't believe me, I won't get offended. If you call me whatever in the book, anything you want to call me, I won't sue you. If you want to sue me, hey, what else you need? You need another phone? You want my truck? Hey Steve, what do you want? You want my leased vehicle? Or would you like to have my leased car? Would you prefer to own my my rented house? Or, I mean, what do you want to take from me? What do you want to sue me for? I don't own anything. I don't have anything. I mean, I own clothes. I guess you'll be taking them, you know what I mean? It's just a disgusting, sickening greed of the world today. It's the greed. It's power. Everybody wants more and more and more power. Trump, we got $1.4 billion. I'm not satisfied with it. Steve, I got lots of money. I got time and money. I'm a poor suffering servant, guys. I'm poor, I'm suffering. I barely have any money to get around. I don't have a car. I'm poor. I'm a suffering servant of David. And pretty soon Robin's gonna be going straight through that door in that casket, okay? Yeah, Steve, you're poor, right? You're poor. I told you you're poor. You are poor in the spirit, and you are greedy with power. Greed. Trump is greedy. You guys are greedy. The kings of Persia and Media, King Darius and King Cyrus. King Cyrus is in his 3rd year of reign because he got elected into office on 2016, January 20th. His 42-month period is July 20th. We're not going to get to that point, but if we do, we do. If we don't, I don't think we will. I mean, we're going to get to the date, we're going to see it come. We're just not getting to that point with the power that's going on right now in the heavens. And so Trump, he has so much money, doesn't he? We don't know what to do with all the money we have. Steve, same thing. Steve, compassing the camp of the saints, right? Trump, building the wall. Building the wall, compassing the camp of the saints. The same damn thing. Same words. Told you they were going to talk about the same words. They're going to continue to do it. Trump is speaking for Steve about the 144,000. And here we are. Here we are. Here I am. Come and get me. You know what I mean? Like, what else am I going to do? I can't run. I can't hide. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to hide. Everywhere I go, I'm being surveilled anyway. It's just a fact. So, I'm doing this continually. For the people, look, you don't have to believe what I'm saying, but just understand this. The person that I'm telling you is the head Luciferian here in the United States, Stephen DeShawn. I'm telling you that's what I believe. You hear the death threats, right? I mean, you guys can clearly read between the lines yourself. They are death threats. Cutting my throat. Robin's gonna die. It was written, you're gonna die a criminal, Robin. You're gonna die. Yeah, I know. I get it, Steve. I know. I'm gonna die. Okay. That's great. You know what I mean? We're all gonna die someday, aren't we, Steve? It's just, some people will die sooner than others because they're gonna get their throats cut. You said it before, I'm gonna be a great man when I die. As you cried, like, Robin's gonna be so great when he dies. Man. So here's my evidence, Steve. Here we go. Here's all of my evidence. I'm speaking it right now. I don't need anything when I go to court because I already know that you guys are already, it's already a conspiracy. It's already, these are all in on it. So I'm going to court representing the 144,000, okay? And I'm just telling you that when all this happens, when everything starts shutting down even more, and when May 1st comes around, the Illuminati's birthday, oh man, all hell is gonna break loose. All hell is gonna break loose on Earth. Right here in America. And remember that letter that I wrote over 2 years ago. Russia, China, North Korea, they're all coming against us. All of them. And we're going to see TV bombs. We're going to be destroyed. Come May 14th, there's going to be a rapture. Trump's going to get raptured up out of here. And then it really starts to take off for the last 7 days. And what if we don't see any of this, Robin, huh? Well, then I guess we're not at that point yet, but we're there. We're there. That 150-day period, that it's going to be the same as it was in days of Noah. Trump started with the 150 days on December 21st with the government shutdown. For those next 35 days, he talked about 115 miles of wall, which is another 115 more days to go. It means just the length of time. And the 150 days lands on May 21st, 2019. And that's exactly the 7th full year into the 8th and going into perdition. So we're going to have a few days of darkness. The sun's not, they're going to set the sun. Steve is going to labor until the going down of the sun. It's just what he's doing. He's going to continue to labor till the going down of the sun. Obama said one time, well, at least one good thing, the sun will rise again tomorrow, meaning there's a point in time where they're not going to let the sun rise up. They're going to turn that simulator back in the other direction and not let it float up there. And because they already covered up our entire skies with the barrier that we have up, the barrier that Trump is talking about, the barrier, can they make it any more obvious for you guys? I mean, look, if you can't see it, you can't see it. I'm sorry to hear it. But man, it couldn't be any more clear in my eyes that the barrier, this thing here, look, the barrier, there's a barrier covering. What is a barrier? A barrier is something that protects and blocks and covers. It's covering our sky, the Skynet system, the electronics that they have. That thing that God's going to go zzz, zzz, zzz. And then everything that you see in the sky, you know, when the alien invasion spaceships and everything, once everything just zzz, short circuit, God will probably do it where it'll be like zzz, 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 you'll see like a TV screen going on and off, and then it'll short circuit completely. And there's the days of darkness. Before that, the days of darkness. God, once he short circuits it, that's God saying, let there be light. And it's Michael saying, let there be light. It's who is like God will stand up for 21 days. Whoever is like God will stand up for those 21 days. Whoever is surname Michael. So once you say, let there be light, look, I'll be praying for everybody just like Daniel was. And in the midst of the week, at the very height of the 1 week, the 7 years, the full 7 years, in the midst of the week, God will cause the prayers to cease. And also, you know, in the middle of the week, you know, on Wednesday itself, on the 22nd of May. And, but there's going to be the time where they will turn the sun simulator down and it won't float in the sky anymore, and that's when everybody will realize, oh, shit, Robin was right. Well, hey, look, good. I mean, because what happens next, you guys will see me, well, you'll see me in a place, you know, if they don't catch me and torture me to death first, because it's iffy, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm just gonna look at it like this. Daniel prospered. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they prospered. We're in the same damn times. I know that they're playing out the Bible, right? And they don't believe it. It's obvious. I can tell. I'm showing you where they're at. I've been doing that for a while now, especially this year. But you can see where they're at. But I can see where I'm at too. And I know that they prospered in the reign of Darius and Cyrus. The same two kings, they prospered in their reign. Right now, I don't know why the king is so hasty with his decree there, Steve. What are you so hasty for? I mean, you wanted me to interpret what you're saying, and that's exactly what I did. I've been interpreting what you're saying on there. I've been reading between the lines. I'm telling everybody what the truth is, and you're getting mad at me for it. Doesn't make sense, unless if you know the truth hurts. But you asked me to tell you the truth. So here's the truth. You are the head Luciferian here in the United States of America. You are the leader of the surveillance here in America. You are responsible for taking and rounding up 144 fallen angels, which you are the head of the angels, the head guy. You're the head guy. You're the one writing all the checks. And and it's true. But see, you haven't been redeemed. Those 144,000 have been redeemed. You haven't, not yet. You will. I'm giving everybody good news. And I'm the one that's going to be tortured to death for it if they get their hands on me. If God allows that to happen, then he allows it to happen. What am I going to do? besides be tortured to death. I mean, what else can you do? You just sit there and be tortured. I mean, I don't know. You fight for whatever you can, but in the meantime, I know that this voice is going to get silenced. My dead body will be lying in the streets for 3.5 days. And because there's a point in time where Steve really wants my dead body to lie in the streets for 3.5 days, just to make sure that I don't rise up or something. You know what I mean? And there's another witness somewhere. I don't know, because they're as it is in heaven, so shall it be on earth. That's how they're playing this out. So whatever's written in the Bible, they're going to play it out in real life. Now, it just depends. Is God going to tarry a little bit? Is he going to make them wait, or is he going to wait? Do I really get killed? Do I get caught and tortured to death? Well, I'll tell you this, and here's my belief. If God doesn't stop this on the time frame that I'm saying, yes, of course, I'm dead. You're looking at a dead man right now. You know what I mean? And I'm doing this, I'm sacrificing my life for you guys, the ones that don't know. You guys don't know. You hear what I'm saying. You might resonate with some things, but nobody believes me. Nobody believes what I'm saying. You're not supposed to. You're only supposed to believe it when you see it come to pass. And lo, it will come to pass. It already is coming to pass. The 150 days, same as it was in days of Noah. The 150 days where the waters are decreasing continually. Well, it started on December 21st. For the next 5 months. This is the time where they are playing out the scorpions of the earth. They are the scorpion race, coming up from the bottomless pit, stinging men, but not killing them, just torturing them to death. You know what I mean? They'll want to seek death, but death will flee from them, because you can't really kill yourself when they got you tied up and chained and beating the piss out of you. You know what I mean? You'd rather die, but they're going to torture you to death. So I'm just telling you that if God doesn't stop it, yes, I'm already going through life knowing that. I think I'm here at work now. I'm just going about my day like normal. I don't stress about this. I know this is coming. So yes, if God doesn't stop it, I am a dead man. Hey, look, if I can save souls because of it, if I can turn you away from evil because of it, then I guess that's the point of me being here on earth, right? I mean, I started to wake up at the age of 39 and a half. Same age that Christ was crucified, 39.